What's up, my country people? Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad to be doing this video. Yeah, I'm just really happy, and that's not just for the camera response. I feel well rested, and I feel re-energized, and like I have a lot of energy to do the things that I'm supposed to do. So one thing that I'm learning currently is I'm learning how to rest. And I think that could sound like Azal. What do you mean you are learning how to rest? That's part of what I want to really talk about today. I was listening to a podcast this morning, and the lady speaking in the podcast, she is in the entertainment industry, and she was talking about how people in entertainment, they usually are very conscious of their health and what they take in and how much exercise they are getting and all of that. And she was saying that as much as that is a good thing, it can become bad when you're starting to obsess over it. Things are good, but it depends on how they are handled. And if they are handled badly or poorly, they could end up having really negative impacts on our lives. And it's now worse than even not having it at all. So on this channel, I'm someone who speaks a lot about productivity, and I'm a big fan of maximizing your time, maximizing your day, and making sure that you actually get things done. But I've come to realize that there is a way that if it isn't handled well, it can have negative impact on you. And yeah, that's what this video is all about. And I'll be speaking based on things that I have experienced recently, which I was able to learn from. And I know that now going forward, there's a different mindset that I'm using to approach the subject of productivity, or approach how I'm getting things done. It's almost like a hill where there's this down of the hill, then there's the top where okay, this is the safe spot to be, and you can so easily slip into one side or slip into the other side. I think it's the same thing with productivity. There could be two extremes of something, and it takes a lot of discipline, and it takes a lot of reflection to be able to find that perfect middle ground, and not to be all the way in one extreme or all the way in another extreme. About a few weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago, I started feeling very exhausted and burnt out, and feeling like I didn't really have enough energy to do the things that I wanted to do. And I just felt like, I just need to keep going, like fight fight to the finish. And I was really going for it and doing all the things that I had planned and ticking off things on my to-do list. But then I would end the day feeling very tired, very exhausted, like I don't have any more to give. And then I had a conversation with my sister, and she was like, she would advise I take a break and rest and recuperate. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's go. It's not to rest. And then the first day came, and she was really very intentional about watching me and making sure I wasn't doing things that seemed like work. And so I found out that it was really hard for me to rest. It was like I felt, for lack of a better word, I felt useless. I felt so what are you doing here? I just felt very useless. I like to kind of drill down to why am I feeling this way. I can't just say, okay, I feel this way and that's it. Do you get? Or try to just immediately find solutions to it. But I try to drill down to why exactly am I feeling useless? Why am I feeling this way? And I realized that I was feeling useless because I wasn't ticking stuff off my to-do list, or feeling like I was achieving things in the day. One of the major pathways to the ugly side of productivity is anchoring your identity on how much you're able to do. Oh my God. The reason why I was feeling less valuable or less useful or just feeling very less of myself was because a lot of my identity unknowingly had been anchored to how much I was able to do, or how many things I was able to tick off my to-do list, or how much I did this, I did that. And just that feeling of I was able to tick so many things or do so many things in one day would just make me feel like, yeah. I heard Dr. Jackie Green say recently that if we anchor our identity or base our identity on things that are temporary, then we don't have lives that are steady. How much you're able to do or how productive you are able to be is not something that is steady or is constant or doesn't change. And so me anchoring how I feel about myself or my identity on things like that was just was the reason why I was feeling worthless when I wasn't able to do a lot of things, because my sense of value and my sense of worth was low-key coming out of how much I was able to do. And this was exactly what was happening to me, where when I was forced to take a break or forced to rest or just drop a few things that I was doing, I just felt this overwhelming sense of, what are you even doing? Like, I don't know. I really hope you get me, and maybe some of you can relate to this feeling of like, oh, if I'm not able to do this, then really, what am I even doing? And I think this now leads me to the second pathway, is idolizing your to-do list or idolizing productivity. First, I said anchoring your identity on how much you're able to do. I think the second one is starting to idolize it. So an idol basically is anything that you value more than God, or anything that you just really put in high esteem, and that just seems like you obsess over this thing. A lot of your affection goes to this thing. That is an idol. And in those times where I got to rest, I didn't get to. I was forced to. In those times where I was forced to rest, I saw that for me, low-key, my to-do list and checking off things like, oh my God, I was able to do this, I was able to do this, had sort of become like an idol, where it was like, I would definitely, like I said in the beginning, these things are good. Like, it's not like being productive or having a to-do list or making sure you maximize your time or planning your day is bad in itself. It is extremely good, but I think that the mindset and the approach to it is what makes it have negative effects or positive effects, in the sense that because I was obsessing over my to-do list and I was just all over like, okay, if I'm able to do this, I'm able to do that, then I feel good, then it was almost becoming an idol. And it could lead you to a place where even when you feel tired, you cannot stop, because you are deriving your joy and your identity and your self-worth and your self-esteem exactly from how much that you are able to do. And how I even knew that this was a major how I even knew that this was a major problem was when I started doing a to-do list for my rest day. Like, okay, we had decided, okay, Miracle, you're not doing anything tomorrow, you're just going to chill. And I brought out my book. I started writing, I wrote the first box, watch so movie. And I was like, can't you do without? I think that's a pointer to know whether something is already, whether you're already obsessing over something or something's already becoming an idol. You're like, you should ask yourself those questions, like, if I don't what if I don't write a to-do list, would I feel like I haven't done anything? I think it's just a question of, this thing is good, but how much value, how much of my identity am I deriving from this thing? I think it even plays out in so many different ways, apart from even just productivity and checklists and all of that. I think it plays out in so many ways. How, okay, friendships are good. Definitely it's good to show up for your friends and all of that. But when you draw your identity from how much you're able to pour out to your loved ones or how many friends you have, you'll find yourself doing things that are not helpful to you or helpful for you, or things that you do not need or would not help you in the long run. And those are the two things that I discovered in this time of rest. And I realized that really anchoring your identity on anything else, or anchoring your identity on things that are not stable, is like a major road to disaster, and the end of it is never good. And also idolizing things is, the end of it is always destruction. The end of it is always disaster. Now the question is, where do I go from here? And so definitely in those time of really praying and just asking God to really help me, because it really broke me, because I'm like, how now? How the realization of what exactly is in your heart can hit so much, and you're just like, my goodness, so this is me, this is who I am. And it was a very sad realization, wow. So I listed two things that I think are, now when I think about productivity, these are two things that I want to think about to make sure that I am engaging in the good thing of maximizing my time, planning my day, doing all these things without leading myself into the road that leads to destruction. One of the things I realized is, if I'm not going to anchor my identity on how much I'm able to do, then I have to make sure that I'm anchoring my identity on something that is not changing. If you really want a steady life, then you cannot be anchoring your identity on things that today is high, tomorrow is low. So I realized that the only thing that is stable and sure and not changing is God and His Word. Your feelings are unstable. To be honest, your feelings are unstable. How much you're able to do is unstable. Friends are unstable. Promises from friends are unstable. Every other thing is unstable apart from God and His Word. And it got me to come to a place where, what does God say about me? So on days where I'm able to do a lot, I'm not saying I'm valuable because of how much I'm able to do, or I'm not saying that I'm loved or I'm worth something because of how much I'm able to do. I'm saying I'm loved, I'm valuable, I'm worth something because God's Word has said I am. Like, it is that God has said I am valuable, I am loved, I am chosen, I am, I have a great future, I am called to great things, I'm uniquely gifted. And so because of this, I can now show up in different ways that I'm going to show up in. And that really just changed the game, where I had to write out, okay, apart from all I'm able to do, apart from what people say about me, apart from my friends and apart from my family, and apart, what does God say about me? Because that's the thing that I can be so sure about. Like, I can take to the bank. I can, even what I say about myself, I can't take it to the bank, because on some days I feel good about myself, on some days I do not feel good. So I think that that's the major thing, is to shift the anchor of your identity away from things that are unstable to things that are stable, to God and His Word, who is stable. The second thing is to acknowledge God in all your ways, and that's from Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 to 6. Really, a lot of burnout and tiredness a lot of times is when we are trying to do things in our own strength. I think I noticed that a lot of times I would just kind of go to God for wisdom and go to God for instructions, and, oh God, what would you have me do, all those kind of things. And then I'm like, okay, God has told me, now it's time for me to run with it. And then I'm doing the things in my own strength. I'm not asking for help. It was almost like I forgot that God is my Father. Like, He's not just my master giving me tasks to do. Is that He will give me tasks to do, but He wants to do the task with me. Like, every step of the way, He wants to join me in doing the things that He has called me to do. And that realization was just so freeing. So really, all that we actually need to do is to just abide in Him, and we will bear fruit when we abide in Him. The branch doesn't leave the vine and then go out and start looking for how he can be fruitful and how he can produce by himself. But really, just abiding in God helps. I think the summary of the whole thing is to actually just rest in God. Basically, really just anchor your identity. Let your identity be anchored in God and His Word, and also acknowledge God in all your ways. This will look like carrying God in everything that you do, telling Him as your day is going by. And I think a good way to end this video would actually just be the quote by Dr. Jacobin, where I still am not getting it right, but I would say it anyway, where if you want a steady life, you cannot be anchoring your identity on things that are unstable or things that are temporal. Yes, that's the word. On things that are temporal. Anchor your life and your identity and how you feel. Like, anchor it on who God says you are. And yes, I hope this is a source of encouragement to you to actually just calm down and know that definitely God has things that He wants you to do, but at the same time, God also is working it in you to will and to do of His good pleasure. And yeah, I'm glad I was able to share. And this is something that I'm definitely still on my journey of learning, because it's a journey of unlearning certain things and starting to now learn other things. And yes, I believe that it was a good time to share and to just encourage someone else to actually just calm down and know that you're not doing it by yourself, and your identity, your value is not based on how much you are able to do. It is based on what God's Word says about you only. Stephanie, I don't know if that's even right. I really want to hear in the comments if there's anything that struck you in the whole conversation. Please let me know in the comments. And yes, I would love for us to continue the conversation. Thank you again for watching. Yes, have I thanked you before? But thank you for watching, and please leave a like, share, subscribe, share to your friends who you feel like need this encouragement as well. Maybe people who are taking themselves too seriously and maybe just need some calm down inside their heart. Do you get? And yes, I also pray for grace and strength for every one of us to to take on this journey of rest. Yeah. So yes, don't forget, do what you came for. Bye.